How you doing, brothers and sisters? Making like a little part two to go with what I done this morning. Because I was thinking earlier, and I wrote the brothers on this. I was looking at Isaiah chapter 7 verse 14. It talks about Adonai, okay? That God, okay, the Lord himself shall give a sign. Remember in the Gospels, Jesus is always the Jews are always asking Jesus for a sign, right? They're always asking Jesus for a sign, right? He gave the greatest sign. He told them what he was going to do when the prophet Isaiah wrote down what he was going to do in Isaiah chapter 7 verse 14, Isaiah 9:6. So I want y'all to know something, brothers. Yes, Hebrew and Greek is different. But I want y'all to know something. That Lord himself, Adonai, okay? God. That's the Father. That's Jesus, right? He's the one that gave the sign. What sign did he give? That his son will be born. But God himself's the one that became salvation. Isaiah chapter 12 verse 2. Exodus 15 verse 2. And we see that the Lord is Adonai. And we see that it is our Father. And we see in the Greek, it's a P word. I can't think of what it is. But if you go to the Greek for say Luke 10:12, Luke 10:21. Look it up. The Father is Lord of heaven and earth, but it says the Father is Kyrios. But Jesus Christ is Kyrios. He is Lord of all. Acts chapter 10 verse 36. So it's only one Lord. And I've said this in other videos, and I'm kind of adding on to a point a little bit. But at the end of the day, just like I said this morning on the previous video, Matthew 1:23, we see that it says the God, the Theos. Okay? That's Emmanuel, God with us. There's no other Theos. There's not two persons. And I'm just telling y'all straight up, there's only one God. There's nobody else. Nobody else. Jesus is Lord. Okay? There's nobody else. So, if you read these Bible verses from the Hebrew and the Greek, and you look at all of it, you got to come to this conclusion. Jesus is the Father. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody has their own different denominations, but at the end of the day, this is the true faith. This is the true doctrine. This is the true gospel of who our God, Jesus Christ, truly is. Brother Paul warned everybody in 2 Corinthians 11:4. If anybody comes preaching a different Jesus, if anybody else has received a different spirit, and if they're teaching a different gospel and doctrine that they did not teach, you might as well bear with them. Well, the gospel that I'm telling you about is Jesus is the Father. That's the gospel. That he came and was born of a virgin, God himself. He became the Son of God. He lived as a human being. He never sinned. Perfect. He was perfect. Right? The Spirit shed his blood, Acts 20:28. God, who is Spirit, Jesus Christ, is that Spirit, resurrected his own body from the grave. John 2:19, destroy this temple and I'll raise it up. Right? We see it's only him. But there's nobody else. So, at the end of the day, the Trinitarians and the Unitarians, you're teaching the different gospels. But I love it when the Trinitarians will say, "Oh, you're a heretic because what you're teaching is heresy." I love it when y'all say it's heresy, because at the end of the day, what I'm telling you is what the apostles taught, is what the early believers taught of Asia Minor, Smyrna, the Church of Rome. Facts are facts. A lot of people don't want to believe that. People don't want to go back that far in history. And then but I ain't gonna make this a long video. Just want to kind of add a little bit there about Isaiah chapter 7 verse 14. But also, brothers and sisters, look up John chapter 4, 23 and 24. Look at verse 24. Who's the Theos there? The Spirit. Not a different person, meaning that God is a spirit and that he is that Theos, and Jesus, that's Jesus Christ. Nobody else. There's nobody else, brothers and sisters. You got to believe who Jesus Christ truly is. Okay? Yep, Jesus is Lord. God bless.